guys, welcome to On The Road with HR, back with another episode. As promised, we're going to keep making this content as it looks like you guys are enjoying it. So please do subscribe, like and share. And if you have any questions, please post them in the comments below and we'll address them during our episode. First of all, thank you guys for making your comments in the comments below, but there's one comment I would like to address during this video. So we're currently driving into central London, so let me take this time to address this comment. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Oh, this person said in the comments, "You are the worst Uber driver I've ever seen. We are all struggling with low fares and more commission, this and that." My friend, listen to me very carefully. This is a part-time side hustle for me. I go out, I want to make whatever I need to make, and I come home. If I want to reach my target as quick as possible, then I'm gonna take jobs that sometimes don't seem worth it to you, but might seem worth it to me. So everyone has their different working styles. So please do not judge. We're all in the same boat. We all want to make money. So let's go out and make money. If you're that frustrated with Uber, then please go find another job. Simple. So we're back out here doing the same journey. There was a time where we used to get jobs from Ilford into central London, but seriously, those are becoming very rare now. We're not really getting much to go into central London, so our drive down the A13 is becoming now a kind of a habit, and until we get to E1 we start getting jobs. So like I said, into the highway we got two jobs that we didn't want to take that came through into the system. The first one was going from E1W to Hartman Road, so we had to go back on ourselves, which didn't make sense to us, to be honest. The second one was to Bromley. Yeah, we're not going South London. We don't really go South London. I don't know why. It's just long traffic. It's just long-winded to go South London, and then to come back into Central, it gets a bit long. Another job came through, which was to Upper Street, which we took, and the pickup was literally 2 minutes away, so we decided to take that. This job was paying us £11.57 for a 29-minute trip, and we decided to take that, and we're going to pick up our first customer of the day, and hopefully there's not going to be much traffic at this time, so it should be a clean sailing job, but we'll see. Picked up the customer on the left hand side here, just pulled it in to the lay-by. It's actually an entrance to get into Ivor Place, I believe. And picked up the customer, confirmed their name and the destination we're going to, and we're gonna move off now into the traffic, the highway, and then take the journey from there. So we made our way through Tower Hill, Byward Street, Lower Thames Street. Watch out for this 20-mile-per-hour camera. It works, guys. They're gonna send a ticket to your home if you go over 20 miles per hour. There's one before the Blackfriars underpass as well, which also works. I've known people to get tickets from there. And then we took a right into Puddle Dock Street. After taking the right into Puddle Dock Street, went over to Queen Victoria Street, and then Farringdon Street, took a right into Rosebery Avenue, and then left St John Street and forward into Upper Street, where we set down the customer on the left hand side. So we got paid around £13.07 for that job. 22 minutes, 3.71 miles. So a kind of decent start to the day. We're currently here, N1 Sainsbury's. If you guys are all familiar with it, you got Sainsbury's here, and you got the police station on the left hand side. There's always traffic around here, and it seems to get busy throughout the day at this place. So we're currently sitting on £17.57. We received a tip from the last job, and the next job that came in was a £16.37 job for 5.3 miles, heading over to E14, Limborough House, Thomas Road. So the customer was on York Way. So here we are turning into York Way, going to pick up the customer. We didn't have to wait. It was literally the customer was there, jumped in, and we went off on our journey.
Hey, try to turn me up a little bit right now. Let's go. Yeah, 10 out of 10, let's rate. I've been going big on the pigs out of state. Do research, check out the back of my plates. I rep so heavy, attack when I take. Still I'm on that for the long run. That name that you got, say the right one. Don't try me, I rap like a python. Had enough of the talk, let be hustling. Got my name up, came up off of nothing. Jersey gon' hang up like Jane, cause I'm chosen. Need my necklace and wrist, sit frozen. Getting bread out the game like I throwed it. It don't make me no bigger to show it. The stack, cause I'm here for the trophy. Made it law where they cannot appeal. Show them nothing less than all the real.
So that job paid us £16.37, 5.19 miles, and it took around about 37 minutes. So we made £16. That brought our total up to, after completing that job, our total is £33.94, and that's when the next job popped up, and that was from Maysford Street, down the road from where we dropped off, to Raynham. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what we were thinking about taking this job, but we took it, right? Okay, so we went to pick up the customer, I was fine, dropped them off, and checked the time. So 6:38 we dropped off the customer, and we waited for a job in Raynham, drove around Dagenham, Romford, nothing, and we decided to come back into central London. And at that time, the next job we got was 1956. So after this Raynham job, it took about an hour and a bit to get a job, and we had to drive all the way down into Newgate Street, dead mileage again. A word of advice, a tip from me, I normally do this: when you're in central London, just stay there. Only if it's really, really worth it, where they're giving you an amazing job to get out of central London, take it. Otherwise, don't be a fool like me and take the one that we just did. But nonetheless, let's crack on. We're currently sitting on £69.28. That's what we're currently on, and let's crack on with our next job. So once we completed the SW4 job, we were based in the Clapham area, and I'll tell you now, it was not happening today. Friday night should be kind of busy, but the vibes weren't there, the jobs weren't coming in, so we kind of like drove all the way down to the Albert Embankment where this job popped up for £10.63. It was going from Ponton Road to Chancery Lane. £10.63. It took about 20 minutes to do, and that was a decent job for us because it was quiet. We waited about an hour to get this job, and we then completed it. Time you tend to get a bit frustrated, not gonna lie, no jobs coming through, and you're just sitting there, dead mileage all over the place. So I kind of made a plan to let's go home. Like, honestly, Friday night weren't doing it. Was hoping to like wake up early on Saturday and then head out. And as soon as we made that plan, a job popped up, which was the following: £4.75, but it wasn't really because the person cancelled. He told me to start the job but cancelled. This job was firstly going from Jockey Fields, like High Holborn, all the way down to East Ham, and it was paying us £27. It would have been a great end to the evening, but the guy cancelled on us. What can we do? We just have to go on. So I thought, like, let's just go around, drove around a bit more, tried to find some more jobs, and then we found one. At this point, we got a £16.70 job from St Bart's Hospital, heading over to Westfield Stratford. Honestly, at this point, we'd given up, and we thought, let's go home. We made that decision. Sometimes you just have to cut your losses and head home. And to be honest, when you're a part-time Uber driver, that tends to happen most times, because you have your full-time job and then you have your part-time job, which you kind of, once you reach your target, you decide to call it a day, and that's what we done here. Overall, on the day, we made some bad decisions on picking up jobs for different areas, but it happens. We ended a job on £101.36, 3 hours and 37 minutes of driving time, and we done 6 trips in total. Decent Friday night, not the best. For me, it was decent because we made £100, hit our target. But for other people, might not be that great, but it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the next episode.